السلام عليكم. حضرتك ممكن تبدأي مع مريم.
تمام يا دكتور. اوكي. يا مريم ازيك؟ How are you?
الحمد لله.
I wish you are fine. Did you enjoy your vacation? Can you hear?
قولي تاني حضرتك قلت ايه؟
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Did you enjoy your vacation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I wish the next year will be a successful year, inshallah.
إن شاء الله.
Inshallah. Let's start. I know that you know our virtual classroom rules, but it's just a reminder for you to remember our virtual classroom rules. Please, can you read the first rule, or can you read the rules?
Open your camera.
Okay, so please, can you open your camera? Okay.
Excuse, I can't open it today.
Okay, no problem.
Raise your hand when needed.
Yes.
Don't disturb and use chat box.
Okay.
Close your mic.
Okay.
Don't eat or drink.
Okay.
Sit appropriately.
Okay. Thank you, Mariuma. Thank you very much. Okay. Inshallah, this year we will discuss biology syllabus. I am Mrs. Hiba Ibrahim, your biology teacher for this year, inshallah. Okay. What are the objectives of our syllabus? What are the objectives of biology? Or what are the objectives of our first lesson? Before we start, ya Mariuma, can you tell me what's meant by biology? What's your information about biology?
I don't know the definition, the English definition.
I don't need the definition, just an information. Okay.
We talk about the life of living organisms.
Excellent, excellent. The science which deals with the living organisms. What are these living organisms?
Animals, plants, and human.
Excellent. Animals, plants, and human. So our biology syllabus deals with the living organisms. Everything related to the living organisms, we will study these parts in our biology syllabus. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But in our first term in first secondary, we have 2 units. Unit 1 related to a topic which is very important topic, which is called biochemistry. Okay. We know what's meant by biology. Can you give me some information about chemistry?
Chemistry. I took the periodic table.
Okay.
We talk about the elements and the properties of elements.
Excellent, excellent. And the most important part in chemistry?
What?
Reactions. Chemical reactions.
Chemical reactions.
Right? Okay. So biochemistry means reactions of the body, or reactions that takes place inside our body. So when you see or when you observe this word bio, that means anything related to the body of living organisms. So when I said biochemistry, that means chemistry of the body. Chemistry of the body of living organisms. This is our first unit in the first term. Okay, Mariuma? It's
Okay.
clear?
Clear.
Okay. Can you read the objectives of our first lesson, please?
Okay. Determine the substances from which the living organisms' bodies are made up.
Okay.
Describe the molecular structure of carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acid.
Okay.
Determine the functions of carbohydrates.
Okay.
Explain the role of
Saccharides.
monosaccharides in the production and transfer organism.
Okay. So our objectives, our objectives are clear or not? Can you hear
I
me,
don't
Mary?
understand. Yes, I can hear.
Okay. Okay. Let's discuss our objectives. Number 1, determine the substances from which the living organism's body are made up. Can you remember what's meant by biochemistry?
Biochemistry, the chemistry of the body.
Excellent. The chemistry of the body. So we need to know the substances or the molecules or the compounds that our body made up of, right?
Right.
Okay, so the first objective is to determine these substances. Our body consists of which substances? What are these substances that form our body or made up our body? Chemical substances mainly. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, describe the molecular structure. Molecular structure means the chemical structure or the structure of the molecules that forming our body. These molecules are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Then we will discuss each one of these molecules in details. The first one is the first molecule
Carbohydrates.
is carbohydrates. Excellent. Carbohydrates is the first one. So we are going to discuss or to determine the function of these carbohydrates molecules and explain the role of monosaccharides, which is a type of carbohydrates, one from the carbohydrates types, in the process of production and transferring energy inside the cells of living organisms. Okay?
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you read the keywords?
Sure. Biochemistry.
Okay, yes.
Organic molecules.
Okay.
Biological macromolecules.
Okay.
Polymerization.
Polymerization. Okay.
Monosaccharides.
Okay.
Disaccharides. Disaccharides.
Okay.
Polysaccharides.
Polysaccharides. Excellent, yeah, Mariam. Thank you very much. These are our keywords for our first lesson. Okay?
Okay.
Let's start. Biochemistry. Again, yeah, Mariam, please. I'm sorry. What's meant by biochemistry?
The chemistry of the body.
Or it's the science concerning with studying the chemistry of the body of
Living organisms.
all of the living organisms. But during our discussions, we are going to deal with our body as a human. Okay? But biochemistry or the structure of the body of living organisms in plants, animals, and human, but all the time we are going to deal with our body, our human body. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can you remember from your previous studies the body of any living organism consists of a group of A. Any body of any living organism consists of a group of
systems and
systems. Excellent. Super يا مريم. شطورة. Excellent. Human body consists of systems. طيب, these systems consists of
organs.
Organs. And the organs consists of
I don't remember.
Try to remember. Organs consists of tissues. Organs consists of tissues. And these tissues consists of
cells.
Cells, they are the smallest building unit of the body of any living organisms, right?
Right.
Okay, so now we are going to discuss the chemical structure of our cells. The chemical structure of our cells. These cells, or the cells of our body, did you know what are the types of cells inside, or the types of cells of living organisms? We have how many types of cells? From third prep, can you remember? We have 2 types of cells.
And plant cells.
أيوة, bravo. Plant cells and animal cells.
Animal cells, yes.
Okay. Plant cells, they are the cells that made up the body of plants. While animal cells, they are the cells that made up the body of animals and human. So when I said animal cell, that means these cells are related to animals and human. They have the same structure. Totally different, complete different functions, but they have the same structure. Okay? Cells of animals like the cells of human in their structure. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now we are going to discuss the internal structure of the cells of living organisms. So we will know the chemical compounds that forming our body. Okay? Inside the cells of living organisms, ya Mariuma, we have 2 types of molecules. We have 2 types of molecules. These molecules are organic molecules or inorganic molecules. Organic and inorganic. Molecules or compounds, they are the same. Organic molecules or organic compounds, inorganic molecules or inorganic compounds. What is the difference between organic and inorganic? The main difference, or the key word that let you differentiate between organic molecules and inorganic molecules, is the presence of C. What is the C letter refers to?
Carbon.
Excellent. Carbon atom. So the organic molecules, in their structure, they must have a carbon atoms. Beside carbon, sometimes we have hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, according to the type of the molecule. So inside our bodies, we have organic molecules. What are these molecules? They are the molecules that must contain carbon atoms. Beside carbon, we have hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and so on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And one from the characteristics of these organic molecules, ya Mariuma, that they are large molecules, or they have a complicated structure, or they have large number of atoms. Okay? Okay. While inorganic molecules, they are, not all of them with no carbon. Some of them have carbon, but they are simple compounds or simple molecules, like carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Can you remember the formula of carbon dioxide?
CO2.
Excellent. CO2, how many atoms?
3.
CO2. 3 atoms only. يعني it's a simple molecule. It's an inorganic molecule, or it's a molecule which has carbon, but it's not an organic molecule. It's an inorganic molecule because it's a simple compound. While organic molecules are complicated compounds, have large number of molecules. Okay? But most of the inorganic molecules, يا مريومة, have no carbon. But some of them, or small number of these compounds or these molecules with carbon, like carbon dioxide. The most common inorganic molecules inside our bodies or inside the bodies of living organisms are water and salts. They are the most common inorganic molecules. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Is it clear till now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. In our syllabus at the first unit, ya Maryuma, we are going to deal with the organic molecules, not inorganic. We are going to study these organic molecules in details. Can you remember what are the characteristics of these organic molecules? I said two characteristics. What are these characteristics?
They contain carbon.
Yes, they must have a carbon atom. They must have a carbon atom, and
they must have carbon atom, and they are complicated compounds.
Excellent. Complicated compounds means that they have
a lot of atoms.
Excellent. Bravo يا مريم. Excellent. Super. Bravo عليكي. Thank you يا مريومة. Okay.
You're welcome.
These organic molecules are called in biochemistry biological macromolecules. These organic molecules in biochemistry are called biological. Biological means that they are exist inside the body of living organisms, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, macro means what? What's meant by macro?
So small, tiny.
Macro, not micro. Constantine.
Macro.
It's opposite.
Large.
Large molecules. Excellent. So biological macromolecules, يعني the large molecules that exist inside our body. What are these biological macromolecules? By the way, the biological macromolecules in chemistry, يا مريومة, they are called polymers. They are called
polymers.
Polymers. What's meant by polymers? Large molecules. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What are these organic molecules? What are these biological macromolecules? We have 4 main types or major types of biological macromolecules, which are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acid. These are the main 4 biological macromolecules that form or made up the bodies of living organisms. Okay?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Sure?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, biological macromolecules, they are large-sized organic molecules that contain carbon element, and they extremely necessary for the life of living organisms. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the way of formation of these molecules. These molecules formed through a process, an important process, and this is our first important process. We have some important processes in our syllabus, so please remember this is the first important process. To know the next part, please concentrate and watch this video. If you have a copybook and a pen, please bring a copybook and pen, because during watching the video, you have to answer some questions. Okay, Maryuma?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Is it clear, يا مريومة? Can you see the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and think for a moment about your very favorite food. What is it? Pizza, macaroni and cheese, chicken salad, sushi? Well, we all have different food preferences, but food is a source of large molecules that are needed for life called biomolecules. There are 4 major biomolecules that make up all of life, and this will be the focus of this video. Before we get into detail,
Okay. Can you answer the first question? Read the first question, please, يا مريومة.
Okay. What are the 4 major biomolecules that make up living things?
Yes.
Mm,
Try to remember. What are these 4 major biomolecules?
carbon. Yes,
No.
Like the elements that make the body, that form the body.
I need some examples for these, not elements, molecules, compounds. What are the 4 major molecules that forming our body? Now we have 4 complicated compounds, 4 macro molecules, 4 large molecules forming our body, or the body of all living organisms, not only ours. What are these? Yes, excellent.
Lipids.
Carbohydrates, lipids,
And proteins.
proteins, the most important one, and
I don't remember this one.
nucleic acid.
Nucleic acids.
Or do you know any information about nucleic acid?
No.
Okay, can you remember DNA? Meiosis and mitosis and so on?
No.
Division, cell division from third prep.
Yes, but I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Thank you, Mariuma. Concentrate, I will complete the video.
Details about the 4 biomolecules, we need to talk about one very important vocabulary word, the word monomer. A monomer is a building block. If I had some large substance, the parts that make up the substance are called.
What is the monomer? Can you repeat? Can you repeat the word, please? Can you repeat the expression?
Monomer.
Monomer. Can you guess what's meant by monomer?
Building units.
Excellent. Building units. Building units, so it will be the small units or the big units?
Big.
Big units. Building units, big units to form another big units, or small units to form a big one?
Small.
Small units. So monomers, from its name, monomer. Monomer means the small units that form a large unit or a big one. Okay?
Okay.
Concentrate, ya Mariuma.
Monomers, just like building blocks. We're going to talk a lot about monomers today because we need to understand what the biomolecules are made of. And we need to understand biomolecules because they're building components of life. So let's introduce the 4 biomolecules now and talk a little bit about their functions. We'll start with carbohydrates, carbs. Well, carbs are something that you've probably heard a lot about when people are talking about diets. You know, they try to go low carb, or maybe they want a lot of carbs. Diets always come and go. Pasta and breads are examples of foods heavy in carbohydrates. Carbs are actually
Okay. What is one thing heavy in carbohydrates? She said bread.
Yes.
Yes, bread.
Okay. Thank you, Mariuma. Thank you very much. Okay, I will return back to our PowerPoint presentation because I need to explain the way of formation of biological macromolecules. Okay, as we said, or as we see in our video, that biological macromolecules are made up of small units called
Monomers.
Monomers. And I said before that in chemistry, the biological macromolecules are called biological macromolecules or
polymers.
Polymers. So when the monomers join together or combine together, they will form
Polymers.
Polymers. For example, if we have small balls like this, these balls, or each one individually, is called
a monomer.
A monomer. But when they are joined together or when they are combined together, the product of these molecules will be
a polymer.
A polymer. Okay?
Okay.
The process of combination between monomers to form a polymer, this is the first important process in our syllabus, ya Mariuma. Remember, please. This process is called polymerization. This process is called
polymerization.
Okay, what's meant by polymerization?
The formation of polymers from monomers.
Or it's the process through which monomers are combined to form
a polymer.
A polymer. Which one is the small unit, polymer or monomer?
Monomer.
Which one is the biggest unit?
A polymer.
A polymer. So another GIF picture to clarify this process. We have some monomers. These monomers are joined together to form a polymer. Is it clear, ya Mariuma?
Yes.
Yes. Another way of polymerization, small units, small monomers joined together to form a polymer. This process is called
polymerization.
Okay, polymerization, it's the process through which monomers combine to form a polymer, or it's the formation of polymers from monomers. It's the formation of polymers from monomers. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. We have some new expressions, some new terms. How many terms? Can you remember how many new terms we talked till now?
We talked about polymers.
Polymers, yes.
And the monomers.
Okay, polymers, monomers. What else?
We talked about lipids and carbohydrates.
I think lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, they are common expressions. Yani we know these expressions, but the new expressions like polymers, monomers, and
polymerization.
Excellent. Polymerization and biological
molecules.
Macromolecules. Biological macromolecules. Okay. Okay. Any questions in this part, Mariuma?
No, thank you.
Okay. Can we play a game to apply?
Okay.
Okay. Let's start. Quickly يا مريوم.
غلط. False.
Excellent. Skip this one. It's not important. Skip this one.
Okay.
The next one.
Polymerization is the breakdown of a polymer. No.
No. Excellent.
Polymer means many parts. I don't know. It means like
monomers.
True.
Okay. Try to concentrate.
From monomers, right. True.
Okay. Yes. Skip this one. Skip this one. Okay. Let's repeat it again. By another way to concentrate more. I think it's easier like this. Take your time to read.
Okay. This is making it's called. First one, the light blue one is true.
The process of making polymer is called polymerization. Excellent, ya Maryum. Okay.
I don't get the sentence of polymerization is the breakdown of a polymer.
But it's not the breakdown of a polymer. It's the
forming.
Excellent. It's the formation of the polymer. Super. Excellent. So this sentence is
false.
False. Excellent. Skip this orange one.
Okay.
And this green one.
Polymers are made of diatomic molecules. Wrong.
Polymers are made of. What's meant by diatomic?
Means an atom was formed of.
Okay. Atomic means atoms. What's meant by di?
Two.
Excellent. Is a polymer consists of only two atoms?
No.
Or a large number of atoms?
A large number of atoms.
A large number of atoms. So this word is, this sentence is?
False.
False. Okay. The other one?
True.
Polymer means many parts. Excellent.
False.
Super, ya Maryam.
False.
Polymers are made from monomers?
Oh, right. True.
Right. Concentrate. Excellent, ya Maryuma. Thank you very much. Wait a second. Okay. Any problems at this part, ya Maryam?
No.
Is it clear?
Yes.
And now you can differentiate between monomers, polymers, and what's meant by biological macromolecules, what's meant by polymerization?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are going to discuss the 4 major biological macromolecules, which are carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, and proteins in details. The first biological macromolecule we are going to explain, which is carbohydrates. Let's show this video, then we will continue. second. Can you see the video now?
Yes.
الإنجليش هو اللغة الأولى دلوقتي.
Which of these has the least carbohydrates? This roll of bread, this bowl of rice, or this can of soda? It's a trick question. Although they may differ in fats, vitamins, and other nutritional content, when it comes to carbs, they're pretty much the same. So what exactly does that mean for your diet? First of all, carbohydrate is the nutritional category for sugars and molecules that your body breaks down to make sugars. Carbohydrates can be simple or complex, depending on their structure. This is a simple sugar, or monosaccharide. Glucose, fructose, and galactose are all simple sugars. Link two of them together, and you've got a disaccharide, lactose, maltose, or sucrose. Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, have 3 or more simple sugars strung together. Complex carbohydrates with 3 to 10 linked sugars are oligosaccharides. Those with more than 10 are polysaccharides. During digestion, your body breaks down those complex carbohydrates into their monosaccharide building blocks, which your cells can use for energy. So when you eat any carbohydrate-rich food, the sugar level in your blood, normally about a teaspoon, goes up, but your digestive tract doesn't respond to all carbohydrates the same. Consider starch and fiber, both polysaccharides, both derived from plants, both composed of hundreds to thousands of monosaccharides joined together, but they're joined together differently, and that changes the effect they have on your body. In starches, which plants mostly store for energy in roots and seeds, glucose molecules are joined together by alpha linkages, most of which can...
Is it clear, ya Mariuma?
It's a lot to take in.
I can't hear you.
There's a lot of information in the video.
Yes, a lot of information, I know, but you can try to remember. Okay. Can you remember what are these carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are
he said nutritional.
Okay, these nutritional components or these nutritional substances mainly contains or consists of sugar.
Oh yes, sugar.
Right, sugar. So carbohydrates, they are the molecules that contains sugar. Simply, if you chew a piece of bread inside your mouth and let the saliva to digest the components of the bread, firstly, bread is considered as a carbohydrate or not?
It is considered.
Yes, it's a carbohydrate. It's the most common carbohydrate here. When you chew a piece of bread inside your mouth, you feel a sugary taste or not?
Yes.
Yani not swallowing this piece of bread directly, let it inside your mouth to allow the action of the saliva to digest these carbohydrates. You will feel a sweet taste, right?
Right.
Right. This sweet taste proves that carbohydrates consists of sugars, right? Okay, so, or another question. Carbohydrates are a polymer or a monomer?
A polymer.
A polymer. So this polymer consists of smaller units which are called
Monomers.
Monomers. Can you guess what is the monomer of carbohydrates?
The thing that makes sugar.
Sugar, excellent. Sugar is the monomer of carbohydrate, but we have a lot of types of sugars. The most simple, or the sugar which has only, or the one molecule of sugar is called monosaccharides. It's called
Monosaccharides.
So mono means
One.
Saccharide, from its name, it's a Latin expression. Yeah. Mono means one in Latin. Saccharides mean sugar. One sugar molecule. Monosaccharide, this molecule or this compound consists of only one sugar molecule. Okay?
Okay.
And we have different types of sugars. Okay?
Okay.
So, biological macromolecule, which is carbohydrate, it's a
Polymer.
So it consists of smaller units called
Monomers.
What are the monomer of carbohydrate? What are the monomers?
Monosaccharides.
Monosaccharides. But we can set sugar because we have a lot of types of sugar. But mainly, which type forming or which type is the smallest unit? It's the
Monosaccharide.
Why it's the smallest unit? Because it only consists of one sugar molecule. So the monomer of carbohydrate, which is considered as a polymer, is called a monosaccharide. Any problems?
No.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let's remember or refresh our information. Carbohydrates is a polymer, consists of smaller units, which are called monomers, and the monomer of carbohydrates is called monosaccharides. And this is our first information about carbohydrates. Right?
Right.
Okay. Carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, all of these structures are molecules, compounds, and these compounds consist of atoms. So we have to know the general formula of these compounds. What's meant by chemical formula? Can you remember? I think you studied this part at first prep.
Yes, the chemical formula, the way.
Okay, try to remember, ya Mariuma.
The way the element is formed, or the compounds, the atoms that it's made from.
Okay, can I ask you a question? If I said calcium carbonate, it's a chemical compound, right?
Yes.
Can you know or can you count the number and the types of atoms forming this molecule when just I said calcium carbonate?
No.
How can we determine? By knowing
the chemical formula.
Excellent, it's formula. So the formula illustrates the number and the type of atoms that forming each compound, or number and the type of atoms that forming each molecule. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so our formula, or the formula of our carbohydrates, or mainly the formula of monosaccharides, is CH2O by N. CH2O by N. As we said before at the beginning of the session, the key component of the organic molecule, ya Mariuma, is?
The key what?
Key element.
Key element?
Of organic molecules. The
And
most
carbon.
important, excellent, carbon. Beside carbon, sometimes we will find hydrogen and oxygen, and in other compounds, maybe sulfur and phosphorus. But in carbohydrates, there is no sulfur or phosphorus or nitrogen, just carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These three atoms forming the monosaccharides, which is the monomer of carbohydrates. Okay?
Okay.
But we have a constant ratios for these elements or for these atoms. The ratio between carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen to form a monosaccharide, ya Mariuma, is 1 to 2 to 1. 1 to 2 to 1. What's meant by this ratio? Or can you apply this ratio? C, H, 2, O.
Yes, that means that there is one carbon atom
Excellent. One carbon
and two hydrogen atoms
and
and one oxygen atom.
excellent. So, to be a monosaccharide, ya Mariuma, the ratio between carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen must be 1 to 2 to 1. Okay, brackets N. What's meant by this N? That we can change the number or this ratio, but from 3 to 6. So, if we have instead of N, 3, can you give me the formula of this monosaccharide?
Teacher, the voice isn't clear. Your voice isn't clear.
Again, if we replace N by 3, can you hear me now?
Not really.
I don't know what's the problem here. Sure.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Assalamu
said-
alaikum, Ms. Hiba. Sorry for
Alaikum
interruption. Can we finish please in 2 minutes because we have another session?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank you, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. أحمد أنا هقفل وافتح تاني okay?
Okay. خلاص يا مريومة, I said, but can we, when we replace N by 3,
Okay.
can you give me the formula of this monosaccharide?
Monosaccharide.
يعني when the N is 1, the formula will be CH2O, right? When the N is 3, the formula will be C3.
C2.
لا, C3 instead of 1, 3
H5.
times 2, not plus 2 times.
Oh, H6
and
O3.
O3. If we simplify these numbers, it will give us the same ratio, 1 to 2 to 1, right?
Right.
Okay, if we replace 3 by 2, it will be C2, H4, O2, and so on.
Okay.
We can replace the N in a range from 3 to 6 carbon atoms only to be a monosaccharide. Okay, Mariuma?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish you you have enjoy with our lesson. You have fun with our session. I wish you can understand, inshallah. Thank you, ya Mariam.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام مستر احمد، المعذره لحظه انا هخرج بس وهدخل تاني.
تمام ماشي يا دكتور.
تسلم.